But my problem is that finding single guys in London, I'm finding to be a little bit difficult because British men don't approach at the same rate as American men or other European men. Like, even out at night, I find the men here to be just like a bit more timid. Like, you have to go up to them, which is fine. I can do it. I'm American. I'm gregarious. I can go out there. But I also find that, like, people here are just so much more guarded and so much more, like, they hang out with their friends, you hang out with your friends, that, like, meeting people just generally is a little bit tougher. So, like, even going out to the bar and being like, oh, I just want to meet some people, like, not even guys, just people, is a little bit harder. So that's my dilemma. I know that Hinge will not solve it, but these dating apps have, like, altered our brain chemistry. It's made it so that, like, to me, going on a dating app is just, like, a quick shock of, like, okay, well, at least I have some options, you know, versus what going on a dating app really is, which is pointless.
I'm going on a date with a London boy tonight. We are going to enjoy a night in Brixton. He planned this, not me. I'm gonna be honest, I really am trying to live my little London boy life while I'm here, but I'm having no luck. Like, none. It's so bad. The dating apps here, they're not being kind to me. Let me just say that. They are not being kind. This guy I did actually meet on Hinge, but this is only the second date that I'm going on with somebody here, and I've been here for like a month and a half. And I didn't really date in Paris. I have not been active on the apps in a very long time. And I knew that coming in. I knew, you know, you're gonna have to play their game, get back in the algorithm, and then, you know, it'll start working. No, it's gotten worse, guys. It's gotten worse. I feel like SpongeBob on that episode where he finds out he's ugly. It's like, how long have I been ugly? Anyways, so the guy tonight, we're going to a cocktail bar in Brixton. He's giving me young King Charles vibes in the sense that he's a little tall, slender, and dorky. I mean that in a good way because that's what I like. Who knows? Maybe we're gonna fall in love tonight and I will no longer need to worry about how awful I am on the dating game here in London. Thoughts, prayers, please. Okay, bisous, bye.
Okay, this genuinely might be the most for the plot thing I have ever done. I'm currently in Gatwick Airport and I'm on my way. I'm going to fly to Spain to go on a Hinge date with someone that I've never met before. And all I will say is, regardless of whatever happens over the next 48 hours, and just so you know, I have an entire SWAT team ready to come and get me if anything goes wrong, and I am being incredibly safe about this. But regardless of whatever happens between me and said man, it is worth it for how exciting this whole thing has been so far. I have never felt more alive or just like I'm living in my life. So yeah, wish me luck, and I'll hopefully see you on the other side.
Guys, I'm about to actually fucking riot because I had a date planned for 30 minutes from now. I went to go text him. We've had this date planned for the last couple of days. I went to go text him and say I'm on my way. Can't find him. He's unmatched me. And it would be one thing if this has never happened to me before, but in London, this has happened to me now 3 times, where I have been saying, yeah, I'll see you later. He confirmed with me this morning, and now I can't find him anywhere. We had a place and a time. I've spent the last 2 hours getting dressed up, and I literally look like the flashbacks in those like rom-com movies where the mom dies. Like, I literally look so good, like ethereal, and he's not anywhere to be found. Do I still go to the pub and see if he's gonna show up and just like lurk? Or like, I'm not wasting this entire like outfit and makeup. I hate dating in this city now. 2 years ago, this would never have happened. But now, I cannot get a date anymore because guys are backing out at the last minute and they can't commit to anything. Even a first date, I'm just so angry right now. I could scream. I could burn the city to the ground. Like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? I'm pissed. I think I'm still gonna go to the pub because what if my husband's there and it's not this guy? He, like, literally, there was no conversation Before it was just like, oh, do you want to meet on this day? And I was like, yeah, that sounds great because I don't work that day. And like, I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this.
I just did a leg day, which is why I look so tortured right now. But I realised something about London dating and why it's so tough. It's because generally in London, we have no spontaneity. Tell me why one of my best friends messaged me this morning, asked me for my availability, and I literally had to say, I'm free in like 2 months. That just doesn't make any sense. And when we think about dating, well, at least for me, when I'm online dating, I try to meet them on that same week. But when we just don't have any space in our diaries, how can we even meet people? And I know this is more of a London problem because for those of you who know, I tend to travel 2 months of the year. So I've done Portugal, I did Athens last year, I'm doing Cape Town this year. And what I realized in those 2 months is there's no scheduling. And maybe it's because I have no friends there. But you can literally message someone and later that day you're going on a date. And it's just so much more organic. I mean, it's still not organic, but it's about as organic as it's gonna get in the 21st century. And it's just more magical. So I've seen dating in a smaller city and I much prefer it and it's so much easier. And I don't exactly want to sack off all my friends, but maybe I do just need to protect my time a little bit more. But let me know your thoughts. Have a good day.
Dating in the UK is not even disappointing anymore. It's expected. Let's talk about it. When you're a woman that has her own shit, you have the degree, you have the house, you have the car, and you have your money. Finding a man to just match your expectations is very, very difficult in the UK. Because realistically, the men that I meet on a daily basis are so confused emotionally, they are confused financially, they are confused spiritually, they are just very, very confused people. They're very confused. And the men that I do meet that meet my expectations are either emotionally unavailable or they are very busy because they have their own business or their own thing that they're doing. And as a woman in business, I respect that and I don't force any sort of alignment with that. But that's why, truthfully, I love traveling every 2 to 3 months. Because when I travel to Dubai, when I go to New York, or I go to Paris, or I go to Lagos, I honestly meet men that are just of a higher caliber. Because globally, these men still exist. You just won't find them on Hinge in Birmingham. And it's not even about being picky, it's about being precise. I don't like wasting my time when I'm dating people because I don't date for potential. I date based on what I can already see. I don't want someone to come to me as an unfinished product, okay? I don't want to work with you to build you up when I've already done all the work myself. Because if you can't match my life and you can't match my mindset and you can't match anything on any level, then what are we doing here? It's not going to work. And you can call it high maintenance, but personally, I like to call it being highly maintained and a high value woman. Let me know if you agree and if your dating experiences at the moment are currently shit as well.
Dating in the UK as a man has never been harder, and let me explain why. Let's take it back to historical times, then, man. Let's think about how it used to be. Now, you guys probably know whether you're a man or a lady, it's always been the case of like the man will take care of the woman, the man will provide for the woman will kind of look after the family and stay at home, cook, clean, all these things, and the man will kind of go out, put the roof over the head of the family and protect and provide for his family. Now, because of kind of social media, feminism, all these things about equality, women are actually in a bit of a tough situation right now, and I see it daily. Women are at a point now where they know that they kind of should be getting looked after. They enjoy that. Like women, as like if you're a woman watching this, as much as you say like you don't enjoy this, you enjoy when your man takes you out for food. You enjoy that kind of he provides for you and protects you and looks after you to make you safe. Let's be real. But the problem is now, because of feminism, because of all these kind of equal rights and stuff, women are in a tough situation because they're thinking, I enjoy all this attention, I enjoy being treated like this, but society's telling me I shouldn't be. Society's telling me that like we should be equal to men. Society's telling me that we should be as dominant as men, and that's just not how it is. That's just not how we're built. And there's too many kind of people who are a bit soft out there, people who take things a bit too literal. But the dating scene for men has never been harder, because if you try and approach a girl at a bar, she's going to think you're a weirdo straight away. She's going to think that you're trying to do something weird, or just because of the pressures that are around her. And like realistically, it shouldn't be like that. If you go abroad, if you go to different places in the world, you'll know that dating's a lot different. People in different cultures, especially women now, they like romance, they like kind of actual being a woman, and like understanding that the man is probably the more dominant character, and the woman brings her qualities as well. And it's a tricky one, man. So men out there, if you're struggling to date right now, don't always think it's you, because it's probably not just you. It's the society that we're in. It's feminism and all these things, and a lot of people are just soft now. But if women really struck it back to basics and thought about it properly, they'd understand that, like, us men, we're not bad people. It's just how we're built.
Can I talk about something like without getting like without offending no one's feelings? Or I just want to answer. I just want to know if I'm bugging or what. Like, I'm sitting here thinking, like, when did going for a Nando's, going for a fucking hike, or going for a walk in a park become cheap or low maintenance? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, cool. You could come say, oh yeah, it's because you're not spending a lot of money. If you wanna XYZ, babe, then you gotta come XYZ ready, blah, 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 blah. Okay, but what if I want to get to know the person? What if I want to speak to the person? What if I want to save months of hula, going to hula places, and actually have a communication with a person, like actually communicate with them? Cause, like, I want to go for a hike, or I want to go for a walk in the park, and that entails me walking and talking with you for a couple hours. Are you scared to walk and talk, or are you trying to impress other people online? Do you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here thinking, like, cool, I get it. Like, let's say a Nando's, a cheeky Nando's. I get it. It can be low maintenance. I understand that one, but aren't we both chasing the same fitness goals? Aren't we both looking to better ourselves? So why can't we just get some protein? You know what I'm saying? Or the hike thing, like, are you scared to talk to me for a long period of time? Like, I don't know. Obviously, the girls in the comment sections are going to sort this out and talk to me, answer correctly, And listen, I ain't trying to say, like, man's, dates like that occur, can happen. But why is it wrong that I want to go on a walk? Some will say, it's because you got to first do this, then do this. Nah, babe. I want to first talk to you, get to know you. So a couple months down the line, after doing all that hula, I'm like, yeah, this girl ain't for me. Or, yeah, this person ain't for me. Like, what a flip. Like, why am I having to do all this dating stuff for you to then later down the line just be some, spanner. Clueless. Separately though, like, can we bring back chicken Nando's though? I'm not gonna lie though. Like, please, like, Nando's ain't even cheap. Nando's ain't even cheap. Where did we get that idea from? Like, the other day I went Nando's, it cost me like £25 for just myself. That ain't cheap, bro. Nando's used to be £12. We used to fucking get the, what's it called again? I used to go mix all the fucking fizzy drinks and all of that, and I was still eating for 12 quid. Nah, man. Lord save me, bro.
I just got back from a date, and guys, I'm just so over dating. I'm so over dating. Like, that was a first date, and I feel like I'm constantly doing first dates. And it's just like, I'm over it. I'm bored. I don't get any fun out of it anymore. But then I'm also at the same time thinking, like, I have to go through the first dates to then find the fun. But then I'm like, I just CBA, like, I just want to have that instant connection with someone, or like even just like meet someone out. Like, I think the pressure of going on a date just takes away like the fun, because I'm so different, right? I'm so different when I'm on a date, one-to-one, facing someone opposite me, as opposed to like being out already, like in a setting and meeting like a guy at a bar or something. Like, I'm so different. I just feel like I'm like, there's no pressure when you're out already. I don't know, but I just feel like the dates, like, you have to have a first date, right? Like, that has to be a moment where you have a first date, and it's just like, I just think it kills the vibe. I'm just like, has anyone had a really, really good first date? Because I just come back from my first dates just thinking, like, that was alright. Like, it was alright, like, I'm not obsessed. It was alright. I don't know. He's probably gonna fucking see this as well.
What advice do you have for someone dating in London?
Date somebody that you've been introduced to, not met online, and not just casual, because it isn't the same place as I was growing up in London. Be very, very careful. Never put your drink down. because you spike your drink. When we were young, I used to go in the pub with my girlfriends. There'd be girls together and then boys over the other guys over the other side. That's how I met my husband. I saw this handsome guy in the pub when I was with Fred. And this guy kept eyeing me. And I thought, well, he looks nice and he was dressed nice. But to say that, I married my husband, but he was a gangster.
Why does no one talk about the immediate urge to cancel a date as soon as you've said yes to it? Doesn't matter how much I theoretically wanted to go on the date before I said yes. As soon as I've typed those words and sent that message, I immediately get the ick with myself and like do not want to go, and I have to push through that pain. There is literally anything I would rather do on a weeknight than go out for drinks with a random man. Is this just a me thing, or does anyone else have this? Or is it like a diagnosis I should seek out?
Guys, I swear to God, why is dating in your 20s the actual trenches? I downloaded Bumble tonight because I thought I've deleted Hinge about 7 times this year. Something is clearly not working for me there. I've got Raya, but you get the same old riffraff that you see on Hinge anyway, and I have to pay for it. So I thought, let's just give this Bumble a little go. But when I tell you I am horrified, shocked, and appalled, all these men look like they snuck onto planet Earth. And hey, listen, I know I'm no oil painting right now. This is still last night's makeup on, but my pictures are still really good. There's bloody on. And I'm not really meeting men in real life that much anymore because I'm just too occupied with doing baby Guinnesses with the girls. So Bumble, I'm giving you a week. Do better.
This is part 2 of the differences between dating in LA versus dating in London from an LA girl that lives in London. So the second biggest difference I've noticed, and this I think I can generalize to more of America, is just the way that you're courted here versus back in the US. Guys here just take you out to do nicer things. They just do. They'll take you to really nice drinks on the first date, or a really, really nice dinner, or a cool activity, where that effort is just, it's just not there back home. It's just not. And this also might be because I'm older here than I was there, so the comparison is based on a younger version of me that was dating younger guys who couldn't afford to do those things or whatever. But I do have to say, this was also a source of confusion for me because guys I would meet would do really nice things and I'd automatically be like, oh my gosh, they really, really like me. Because back home, if someone were to do a similar thing, they would really, really like me. Whereas here, that's just like kind of the norm. So it was a little bit of a culture shock to realize that those nice things don't actually mean that they like you. And this also goes with like charm and just like being kind. Like I saw a TikTok of a girl who lived here a while ago and it was, oh my gosh, I saw it ages ago, but she was basically saying, oh, like an English guy will kiss you on the forehead and make you dinner and like hold your hand in public, but actually he's doing that with like 10 other girls. Whereas I find in America, if somebody's doing that, they probably really do like you. I have one more big difference, so come back for part 3.
The dating scene has been so shitty for me for the past 2.5 years, and I decided to jump on the 12 grapes under the table trend for New Year's Eve. But the thing is, I will be out and I won't have the table, so honestly at this point I'm like more than willing to carry the whole fucking table with me. But if anyone has any tips or like what do I do if I don't have the table with me, should I just go under any surface? I don't know. Yeah, any tips would be so appreciated.
As a black woman in the UK, I am not appreciated and adored enough. And I make this point because I've just been on holiday to Zanzibar, and when I tell you, obviously there's different things, money, we're taking everything out of the picture apart and only including like how men perceive you. And when I'm telling you, the love that I got from Zanzibar and how I was appreciated is off the scale, right? And it made me come to the conclusion that in the UK, yeah, black men don't even appreciate us. They don't even like us like that. Like, I'm just going to be so for real. Black men in the UK don't like us like that. And it's such a crazy thing to say, but how can you tell me, like, some of this rubbish that we put up with in the UK, yeah, would never, ever, ever happen in Africa. There's some men out there, especially in Africa, that will appreciate us way better. Which has led me to the question of, are we not doing ourselves justice? Should we be dating back home? And I'm starting to think, okay, like, I think we should, because I think that needs to be the movement. Because if we're not being appreciated in the UK, why are we even trying here? Maybe we just need to start, do you know what I mean? Dating back home or dating